Welcome back to my channel. I have a bit of an update for you as far as my Hail Caesar project is concerned. I'm adding a unit of skirmishers to my Gaul unit, and I got an unboxing for you. So stick around. I got some stuff to show you. So I'm adding another unit to my Celtic army. This time it's going to be my skirmishers, as I said in the intro, and I would like to talk about a little bit about them. And well, let's start off with the paint job. It's the same typical paint job that I'm doing throughout the army. I haven't changed anything. If I can get this to focus on this guy, I did the eyes once again, detailing on the shirts, the trousers. I wanted, like I said, I think these are quality models, and if Warhammer models could be painted in high quality, because I've seen some guys really knock some Warhammer miniatures out the park, and I don't understand why these miniatures, in my opinion, they're just as good, and in some cases maybe even better, why they shouldn't get a quality paint job. Like I said in a previous video, most of the figures that I see from Warlord like these guys is just people slapping paint on them. I understand you want to get them onto the table quickly. I got it. I get you. Like I said, I don't think I'm going to win any awards for my paint job. I'm not really painting them for awards. I'm trying to paint them for tabletop standard. And this is a tabletop standard once again I could live with. I added some, as you quite well see, I added some more redheads. Had fun painting up the redheads, and more stripes, more vibrant colors. Sticking with that. If I don't want to break anything, just finished them not too long ago. Also did some kit bashing on like 4 or 5 of these guys. You don't get models like this in the box throwing spears or holding spears this way. So I kit bashed this guy, this guy, this guy, and this guy, and the rest are just your standard models that you get in the actual kit. Now, the way I kit bash them is by taking the hands, by swapping hands with the nobles. If you back in this time period, swords were very expensive, and if you got chainmail and a helmet on, if you could afford chainmail and a helmet, definitely you could afford a sword, and swords were very expensive in this time period. But Warlord gives a lot of rank and file guys swords, and I didn't think that was historically accurate. It may be, may not be. Now I'm not sure. If some of you guys out there who knows about Gallic culture better than I do, you could just leave a comment and tell me if that's true or not. But I just felt that the nobles shouldn't be having spears in their hand, because these spear hands come from the nobles. So I cut off their hands and I replaced the nobles' hands with the rank and file guy hands who had swords, so that way the rank and file guy would have a spear and not a sword, because most of your rank and file guys would have spears and not swords, because spears are not as expensive as swords. And back in those days, making spears was very easy. It's just to stick with a metal point on end. So, but yeah, I kit bashed them that way. I enjoyed the kit bash. I thought the kit bash was kind of cool, kind of fun. There's a lot you could do with these models with a little imagination. You can get a lot done with them. And like I said, I think these models should, they deserve a quality paint job. I understand everybody's going for tabletop standard. You know what? This is my tabletop standard. I like painting eyes. I like highlighting flesh and or skin or whatever you want to call it. And I like highlighting hair and like putting decals on the shields. I want the models to look like something, because like I said, I think these models, they're quality models and they deserve it. So, and here's my leader. He's just a regular guy that you can get in a box, but every unit has to have a leader, as you see. Well, I'll show you. Every unit has to have a leader. So this is one leader here, that's a leader there, and that's a leader there, and he's the leader for the skirmishers. That's how they do it in Hail Caesar. So, but nevertheless, I'm not here to talk about the rules of Hail Caesar. I might do that video, and then I might do a video on that at a later date. But let's talk about what I've done so far in this project. So, about how many points is my army right now? Because, as you see, I instead of doing that way, let's zoom out. Okay, there we go. So that way you can see everybody. So now I have 3 regular Gaul units and a skirmisher unit, and I would say that's about, I think that's about 95 points, because they're 11 points and they're each 28 points. So yeah, I think that's about 95 points, give or take. So this pretty much completes the warband or infantry part of my Celtics. I just have to add my chieftain, or the divisional unit commander. I have to add him in, and I think that's going to be it for what I'm doing here for now. Now, my next step is to get my cavalry unit for my army here, and once I get a cavalry unit, that's going to give me a complete division. That would be 4 units, and according to Hail Caesar, you need four units. I got 3. You need 4 units, excluding skirmishers. You don't count your skirmishers. So once I get the cavalry in, this part of my project will be considered complete. Now, since I talked about that, I like I said, I have an unboxing. So let me get to my unboxing. Let me see if I can slide these bad boys out. I'm going to leave pictures of my skirmishers at the end, so you could see, any detailing or anything like that. I'm going to slide these bad boys over here, and let's do my unboxing. Okay. All right, and let's get the skirmishers right there. All right. Really like this project. Really cool project. I just want to say this before I do my unboxing. What inspired me to do this project is looking at Seven Sun. That's another wargamer in England. He did the Hail Caesar project, and it just watching him paint his models and do his battle reports kind of inspired me to do my own Hail Caesar project. Hopefully you guys will see the videos that I have done, and hopefully it'll get you guys inspired to do whatever project you got a thing for. It doesn't just have to be Hail Caesar. So I got the box. I got my package today, and in my package, so this is going to be for the Gauls. I like to open them up before I videotape. Makes opening the box, makes things a lot easier. So in this case, I am pulling out some Celtic chieftains. So one more step in this project. especially when it comes out of Gauls. So let's open this up. I'm gonna open it up here on camera, and again, this is probably going to be a very easy unboxing. Let's put this over here, get it out of the way. So zoom in a little. So you get these chieftains. They're all separate dudes. They're stand up, put them on. See if I can get him in the frame. Hopefully he's in the frame. Let's move him up a little bit more. There we go. Now we're in the frame. So you get you get 3 chieftains in the box. Of course, you got one dude that you have to put together. Not a real issue. Loving the detail. Not a big fan of metal models, because if you drop metal models, of course they bend, the paint will chip. And this is what you get in the box whenever you order the chieftains. You get 3 dudes. 2 of them are in one piece, and one of them you have to put together. So I have to paint up one of these dudes to become my chief for my division back there. But I like these models, very well detailed, not bad. Looks decent. This is where you get your scale creep from Warlord games. Let me put him up against, who's standing? Do I have a standing figure? Well, I think he's about the closest I'm gonna get to a standing figure. Look at the size comparison between these two. I wish I had another kind of, you know what? Maybe not so much him. Maybe this guy. Yeah. This is about as close as I'm gonna get it. So as you see, he kind of towers over this guy, but that's okay. I think he still fits in pretty good. Everybody's not the same size when it comes down to human beings. We have different shapes, different sizes, but at the same time, let's see. I think he still fits in pretty good. Yeah, I don't think it's too bad. I don't think that's too bad. Yeah, because this dude seems a little bit taller than that guy. So yeah, I think it's okay. I think it's all right. But they do say Warlord has a lot of scale creep. One of these days, I'm gonna get Vercingetorix, because they say he's really huge, and I want to see how huge he is compared to all the other Warlord figures. But yeah, that's pretty much my unboxing. You get 3 metal guys that you got to paint base. Of course, you got a lot of flash on them, as you could see. As you can see, you got a lot of flash, and you're gonna have some cleanup to do. So, but yeah, I think they're good models. They're good quality looking models. Like the detailing on them, not bad at all. Yeah, I'm gonna have fun painting one of these dudes. I'm not sure which one, and I'm going to make a divisional commander yet. But I think maybe one of the guys I'll make a divisional commander, and I think one of the guy I'll make a just overall general. Just if I get make another division of Gallic warbands, maybe I'll just make this guy my overall general, and maybe make him commander of one division, and he could be a commander of another division. I don't understand why they didn't put this dude in chainmail, because your nobles back then had chainmail. They would have the protection that the regular rank and file warrior wouldn't have. So, but yeah, I like it. It's nice. I can't wait to paint up these dudes. I think I'm gonna have a lot of fun painting up these guys. So far, I'm having a blast painting up this project. Really enjoy how things are getting done, how things are turning out. Really enjoy the paint job. The models, in my opinion, quality models. So, but anyway, tell me what you guys think about the whole project. Tell me, you know, if you want to just talk about Hail Caesar, just drop a line about Hail Caesar, comment, whatever. You know, do the likes, you know, subscribe and share if you want. If you think my paint job is quality paint job, you want to share it. You say, hey, look at this, look how this guy's painting up these Warlord models. By all means. And if you're ever in the area, the Thailand Pattaya area, Jontian Pattaya area, I don't know why I can't talk. If you're ever in the area, drop a line. Maybe we can get a game of Hail Caesar, roll some dice, have some laughs. All right, take care, everybody, and I'll have some pictures of my skirmishers, so stick around.